Matching the supply and demand of skills in the labor market is a challenge all over the world, and Georgia is no exception. A workforce that can cover the skills needs of employers is an essential part of any vibrant economy.
Skills are directly linked to the productivity of each enterprises, and strong human resources means that more opportunities for development and for success.
We need to invest in training and in preparing people for the labor market because the jobs are out there.
The main idea is to link the labor market to education and also to make some kind of strong triangle. The state, education system and the business. And all our surveys, what we are undertaking, aims to investigate what is the demand of skills in order to make some kind of matching between demand and supply side.
Georgia is using different types of survey to collect data on skills matching issues.
6,400 enterprises and organizations have been surveyed. It was elaborated qualitative and quantitative surveys, especially to ask local employers in every industry what is deficit in terms of skills, in terms of competencies.
We surveyed practically all kinds of organizations, small, medium and macro organizations, and covered practically all economic sectors. So we have a comprehensive picture about the structure of employment by economic sectors. The fieldwork was done by the Geostat. They created the online application and also they had the face-to-face interviews.
For implementation of this survey, we used methodology provided by ETF and ILO. Final version of questionnaires was discussed and agreed also with the Ministry of Economy and with different line ministries as well.
This collaboration between institutions allows all interests to be aligned.
Ministry of Education will use outcomes of the report from the Ministry of Economy to make better programs and to inject there this transference skill that were demanded also by the employers in the research. And also we use this data to engage more private sector and to include them in the vocational education process.
The data collected is essential to formulate new evidence-based policies reflecting real skills gaps in the labor market.
The information we provide to the ministry, it really helps to forecast and plan where kids are going actually and where we need to strengthen vocational direction or the higher education.
So we need to have a very precise indication on the future needs and on the future professions so that the education system has enough time to develop standards.
A training needs analysis was carried out by Enterprise Georgia with the support of the ETF to establish the detailed needs of employers in specific areas. 2 sectors were chosen to start with: publishing and hospitality.
We decided to develop a survey which would facilitate a better communication between employers in hospitality sector and educational institutions.
The TNA project includes the collection of the quantitative data through surveys and qualitative data through focus groups. We divided Georgia into the 2 parts, like East Georgia and West Georgia, and we had 4 focus groups. We hired local sectoral experts and they led the process of the focus groups.
We have chosen most of the employers in the hospitality sector that are very active in terms of their size as well as in terms of their distribution in the regions as well as in the capital. We made detailed questionnaire and we have interviewed all the main decision makers from those establishments to come up with very concrete and detailed steps for our future cooperation.
As a result of the analysis, the Ministry of Education and Science of Georgia is in the process of launching new curricula.
Ministry of Education, having seen the findings of the survey, they have decided to initiate a new qualification for vocational sector, which will be a little bit higher than the usual qualifications what we have at the moment. It will be 5th level education qualification, which will allow very job-specific knowledge and managerial skills in one qualification, which was highly demanded by the employers.
As a hotel manager, I am experienced in this business, and maybe I can just give them very correct advices, exactly which we need in the hospitality business. And maybe they use our advices very well, that it will be useful after that for us.
Sharing information between policymakers, web providers and businesses is an essential part of preparing Georgians for better jobs and laying the foundation for a brighter future for the country.
And report from the Ministry of Economy really opened our eyes towards the economical sectors that should be really taken into the consideration by vocational education system, and all our programs will now be driven toward that demand, and it was very helpful for our system as well.
Based on data, we can clearly see what policy interventions are necessary, and then we can also monitor the results and see whether the policies were effective and efficient.